Hey, let's get into it, man. If you're ready, let's give Tyrone his 5 minutes of fame.
Nah, man.
Play that little Philly song again. Let me hear it again.
Yeah, let's hear the song.
I don't lost the song, man.
Come on, man. Let me hear it. I don't even know what the lyrics are to it. What is it?
Philadelphia 76.
Oh, that's all they're saying.
Hold on.
Still losing.
Play it again. For those who don't know. Hey, and this is why I've kept this picture up the whole year. This dude behind me.
That clown.
Now I can take it down. I can finally take this joint down because it's over with. This dude back here behind my head, I can be done with him finally.
That's what happens when you get a light-skinned star.
It's light skin.
All right, while you playing that, I'm gonna grab something. I'll be right back.
We coming for the ring, baby.
Nobody has ever heard this song before.
We got a Sixer fan. Philadelphia. Come on. 76ers.
You got the notion. Copyright infringement.
That's okay. We're gonna copyright that ring. Yep. Get that light-skinned fool out of Philly. We should have hung him a long time ago, but it's okay. No violence, no more violence. It's okay.
Soundboard. I'm playing the soundboard.
No more violence. It's okay. We just trade your punk ass now. I should have dropped your ass off in North Philly, but it's okay. It's okay.
What do you think? What do you think the Sixer chances are? If they had what do you think their chances are now to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals?
To make it to the East Conference Finals?
Yeah.
All jokes aside, East is tough. Second round matchup, if they get there, is going to look like probably Bulls, Milwaukee, or Brooklyn. So James Harden doesn't make you a lot to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. Still got a tough road. Still got to play. Still got to play the game. But I think that the pressure's on Doc Rivers, not the players. It's all on Doc, because if Doc doesn't get to the Eastern Conference Finals with this team, they're going to be looking at his track record like, you blew it with this team. You couldn't get there with the Clippers and Kawhi. You only won one title in with Boston. How good of a coach are you, really?
Hey, do we think the cost of this trade was too high?
Not to get rid of Ben Simmons, I don't.
I think as long as you got to keep Feibel and Maxey, I'm cool with the price. Andre Drummond was a nice ad, but hey, you can go out and get a big man.
Because Curry was not going to re-sign with us anyway in the offseason, so I'm okay with the Curry thing now that I look at it.
Oh, he wasn't going to re-sign?
He was going to go get paid. You got to think he was on an $8 million deal with us.
Oh, he was on a friendly deal.
So he was going to get paid more than $8 million. We couldn't pay him anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't care at all then.
So
that's the case.
My concern is the vast improvement to the Nets, because you get a shooter, you get more than a serviceable big man to rebound, defend, and can score when you need him to in the post, and you get possibly the best of Ben Simmons, which is a guy who can rebound, defend, get in the passing lanes, run your break, and set screens on offense.
and he's arguably maybe top 3 perimeter defender in the league.
Yeah.
So both teams got better. I don't
know if I think the Nets won in that trade, bro. I think the Nets' chances to me improved more than the Sixers did.
What about without Kyrie? Kyrie has to play.
With or without Kyrie, their chances to me increased more than the Sixers did. Because I am
What's
not
today?
at this
What's
point
today's date?
a believer in James Harden
What's
anymore.
today's date? February 10th.
February 10th.
Mark my words, February 10th. Kyrie don't play, they're not getting out the second round. Because if you count on Ben Simmons to be your second leading scorer, we already seen that outcome. Ben Simmons, that trade, they win that trade because Kyrie and Durant is playing and Ben Simmons doesn't have to score. But if you're counting on Ben Simmons to score, good luck.
I don't think they're expecting that. They can't be. And guys, I apologize. My sciences are killing me.
Yeah, I'm just going off of what Benji said about Kyrie. They don't need Kyrie. Or
I think what they're counting on is that the New York City vaccine mandate is going to change, and that he'll get to play home games because they've already called it out for the state of New York. So I'm guessing the city will be next. That's going around the country, especially on the East Coast now. A lot of the East Coast states are like saying, "Hey, mask mandate over, optional." And if New York City follows suit, then he can play home games.
how much is the fine for him to play the home games?
I don't know. I don't think it's a lot. I mean, he can afford it.
I'm saying they might just pay the fine and let him play anyway.
If that was an option, why haven't they just been doing that already?
Because they want to wait to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, if
Adams,
that's the case,
Eric Adams will let that shit go. He'll reverse it.
Yeah, he's in the middle kind of. I think he'll go along with all the rest of the big cities. I mean, New Jersey, they got rid of theirs. So I don't see why New York wouldn't follow suit. Delaware, they've gotten rid of theirs.
But
Maryland today got rid of their mandate.
Jersey and Delaware don't have any big cities.
I know they're smaller, but
I think the biggest city in Jersey is what, Newark, and nobody goes to Newark.
Boston did theirs. Boston got rid of theirs too.
Oh, did they?
So, hey,
but but back to the East is wide open.
Yeah,
Milwaukee's still the favorite. The East, Milwaukee is still the favorite, but everybody has a shot.
I don't know why everybody on ESPN or anybody who talks about sports doesn't just say that the Bucks are still the favorites. I don't care what any of these teams do. The Heat, to me, I don't know how the Heat win. I don't know who's on their team. I don't know what they do, but they seem to win. Fine.
They're in first place.
Yeah, they're in first place, but they're not going to beat the Bucks when it comes to the.
Hey, when I watched that Bucks Lakers game the other day, that's all I needed to see, and I was like, okay, Bucks are kings in the East still. I don't need to see nothing else.
No question. So y'all don't think Embiid can cancel out whatever Giannis does offensively
in a 7-game series? Yeah.
No.
So you saying Giannis is going to score more than Embiid?
Yeah.
When I say cancel out, they'll be even.
No.
If Embiid get 30, Giannis will get 30.
No, because
you don't think you're crazy.
No, because Giannis will check Embiid,
and he can't check Embiid. We already seen that.
No, he can't.
Giannis can't check Embiid. He punishes Giannis every fucking time.
If he takes him to the post,
where we been playing all year? MVP, Embiid, post.
He been playing in the post.
He been dunking on people.
We'll see. If he stays there,
I think it's going to be a heck of a matchup.
The key is, can Harden go bucket for bucket with Middleton? Because if Middleton is getting 20 and a half, I don't give a damn who you got. You ain't beating them.
Nah, you're not beating them. And then you still got Holiday who can chip in too with another 20.
Holiday that can chip in. You got.
And they just added Ibaka today.
Hey, I was going to say, did we talk about them adding Serge Ibaka?
They just added Ibaka today.
And you got Portis. And Portis will get hot and give you 20.
Portis is shooting 42% from the 3-point line.
Yeah, you got too many Bamas there, man.
I still go back to the art of a big man. You can slow the game down. You can get easy buckets. I'm going with that.
I think Philly can make it tough on any team in a 7-game series.
The
Now,
would have to
I
play
think
Clippers.
Philly can beat the Nets now, 1-on-1
Yeah.
in the 7-game series. I think Philly will beat them just by Embiid punishing them.
That pick and roll with Harden and Embiid is going to be ugly.
It's going to be ugly. It is. It is.
You
And so it comes down to me. It's 3 teams to me: the Bucks, the Sixers, and the Heat. Comes down to those 3 teams, and it depends on how the draw is going to go. I don't know who's going to play who yet. It's too early to know, but it's going to come to who's going to win this. It's whoever gets the best draw.
Whoever
Probably.
doesn't, but whoever doesn't. Well, no, we said that last year. The Sixers ended up with Atlanta and got their ass whooped. So
True.
I think it's about health. Me personally,
Yeah, I know you don't want to have to go through the Nets and the Bucks in the same bracket.
I don't want to, but we see what happened when we got the lesser opponent last year. We still got our ass whooped.
if everything stayed the same right now, when would the Bucks and the Bulls meet in the Eastern Conference if they played it out straight?
Let's look. If everything if the playoffs started right now,
Yeah.
let's look it up. Hold on. The Bucks and the who?
And the Bulls.
Well, if they both won their matchups, that would be the second round matchup, Bucks Bulls.
See, to me, those are the only 2.
But right now, a first round matchup. See, right now, Brooklyn, Miami will be your first round matchup.
Yeah, Brooklyn, Miami.
Then Celtics, Bucks. Raptors versus Cleveland. No, Raptors versus the Bulls. I'm sorry. Then Cleveland versus Sixers.
Okay.
None of those matchups are gimmies to me.
No, they're not gimmies. That that Bulls Raptors series is going to be close.
Yeah, because that little nigga Van Fleet, I don't like him, but he's balling.
And they're healthy now. They got their whole team together now.
Yeah, I don't know. The East is tough. The East is very tough. I don't know, man. But I'm glad my Sixers have a shot. They have a better shot than they did last year because they actually have somebody who'll take an open jump shot.
Hey, just to keep it pushing. So Philly was the most active today in the East. Philly and the Nets. There was another team in the East, though.
The Washington Wizards.
The Wizards. Y'all knew exactly where I was going. The Wizards were wheeling and dealing today. All right, this is the deal with the Wizards. Now, just recently, they completed a trade with the Suns to send Aaron Holiday to the Suns. So they must have made that like last minute. So
they did. Hold on, they did what?
They sent Aaron Holiday to the Suns for cash.
Wow.
Aaron Holiday is a backup guard for y'all who don't know.
So are they starting the process, what we call tanking? Or what are we doing here?
All right, let me finish up on them. Wizards trade, of course, Montrezl Harrell to the Hornets in return for Ish Smith and a small forward. I don't know his name. So we know Ish Smith. He's played in Washington before. This is his second trip around. He's a great backup point guard. So nice to see him back. Sad to see Montrez go. And the last deal of the day for the Wizards, sending Spencer Dinwiddie out to Dallas in exchange for Kristaps Porzingis. The unicorn is now a Wizard. That kind of goes together, I guess, actually.
What are they doing?
Real quick before we start there.
Oh, and most important, they included Davis Bertans in this deal, so the Wizards are from under that big salary they gave him.
That's the only.
Hey, really quick, before we move on to that, real quick, we go right back to it. Tristan Thompson is working on the buyout.
Yep.
Key suitors: Miami, Chicago, Philadelphia.
What does he say?
Miami, Chicago, Philadelphia are the top people to get him.
All in the East.
Yep.
All right, Tristan Thompson.
Philadelphia needs him, but
I bet you the Nets go get him.
They need him too.
Why does
Wait a
Philly?
minute, Philly, the Nets, or the Heat?
You said why does Philly need him?
Yeah.
Because we don't have a backup center.
You don't have a power forward either.
Oh, you just lost dude. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a backup center.
I don't know, man.
Wow.
I think that cost Philly a lot, man.
Unless we move up Paul Reed, which we should have did last year.
Oh yeah, I like him.
We should
I
have
like
been
him.
moved up Paul Reed from the G League. He's been
Yeah,
playing
I
on
like
the G League
him.
the last 3 years. I don't know.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the center for the Celtics, Williams.
Yeah, very
He
athletic.
reminds me of him. I liked him. He's live. He's active. They
Oh,
they
yeah.
need to bring him up.
The dude from DePaul,
Who Reed is?
Paul Reed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he can play,
yeah.
man.
He could play.
Yeah, he's a good prospect.
During COVID, he's moved up some a little bit because of we didn't have enough players. Every time he gets in the game, he balls. So we need to move him up.
All right. So jumping back to the Wizards, what you got, Ben?
Go ahead. I'll wait.
You sure?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, man. So are the Wizards officially tanking, or is there actually a strategy to this madness?
There's no strategy. There's no strategy. And I said it in the beginning of the season. This is a bad team, bad organization. Another black coach set himself up for failure. Sorry. They suck. They suck. Bradley Bill, get your little 200 mil. You're going to be good with Arenas 2.0.
Look,
And that's it.
if Bradley Beal thinks this is the route to success, he's an idiot. And I think he has the option and the ability to leave the Wizards in a lurch if he chooses to. I find this surgery of his a little funny that he chooses to prematurely end his season basically a week before the trade deadline. Because now the Wizards have no options with him.
They can't.
But do you think he knew this was going to go on? That's why he opted for the surgery?
It would make sense because they're basically saying the season's over by trading all these people, right? I mean, so we're playing for draft picks now. You're not playing for the play-in game at this point.
But it could be their plan. Hey, look, Bradley, we're gonna go in. We're gonna do the fire sale. You're hurt. We're gonna load off, and we're just gonna see what we get in the draft.
Is Bradley Beal worth all this trouble? I don't think he is.
Let me ask you this. Is he better than Jaylen Brown?
No.
I know his
I'll take
contract.
Jaylen Brown 7 days of the week.
Better than Jaylen Brown.
Who Beal's is?
Beal's contract is ironclad. No matter.
Yeah,
what
that contract's crazy.
So Bradley Beal is not on the Chris Middleton, Devin Booker talent range.
No, not in my opinion. He's not. He's smaller. He's getting older. He's a little bit more limited, I think, just because of his size.
I'm just trying to figure out what's the difference between him and Devin Booker before Chris Paul got to Phoenix.
Well, Devin Booker's still bigger than him.
No, he's not.
At least by an inch or two.
I don't know.
Devin Booker's short.
I don't know.
He's a better athlete.
I don't know.
He's just better athlete.
I don't know.
He's a better
Beal
athlete.
is as effective as a shooter. He can score. He can get buckets, but I don't know his. I don't know what his shooting percentage is all that good. I don't think you can compare
this
that
year.
to Booker.
It's not good this year.
He's a volume scorer, though. He's not. He's a volume shooter. He's not a.
But he hasn't always been a volume scorer.
No, he hasn't. Early on in his career,
he was pretty efficient.
He was pretty efficient, but I think that's sloppy now. I think having to take so many shots he's created bad habits. Maybe if he gets on a good team where he doesn't need to take so many shots, then yeah. But if he's going to be your lead dog, I don't know.
But my concern also is just the makeup of the Wizards team. You had two pretty good players in Dinwiddie and Montrez who did not want to be there anymore. So what happened in a 2-month, 90-day period that they were like, don't want to be here. This franchise is horrible. There's something in that locker room. And the only person who's been around this long has been Beal.
Bill,
I don't know what the deal is. What's the dynamic there? What is wrong with this?
Bill this year is shooting 45%. Last year he shot 48%
from the floor. That ain't bad.
Yeah. Well, his average is down from 29 to 23.
No, actually, it's down from 31 to 23.
Yeah. So even worse.
I mean, he's
Now, granted, you had more people to get buckets this year.
yeah. I'm saying if his percentage is good, it just means he's taking less shots.
I mean, he's still shooting 45%, dude.
Yeah, but he just didn't mesh with anybody on this team at all. I don't get it.
It's a bad team.
Yeah.
This is a bad team. You got 5 guys that do the same exact thing.
Well, I agree. It's top loaded. It's a small forward team. You have Kuzma, you got KCP, you got Denny Avia, you got Rudy Hachimura, who don't even play that much. You know, and he's supposed to be your young guy who's supposed to be coming up, and they don't even get to play these guys.
I don't know when it was. Maybe it was the last week or the week before. If you're over 25, trade them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
trade them. Start over.
Yeah, I just don't know for them now. The Bertans move, I'm happy with that. That's a nice salary dump. Let's get rid of him because he wasn't playing anyway. So I don't know if they're setting themselves up to sign somebody or they setting themselves up just to max out Beal. I mean, you know, hopefully there is a purpose to this. They did get a future second round pick with Porzingis. You know, so at least they got one pick out of it, so that helps. So we got to see what their plan is, man. Hopefully the all season will say something for them. It's crazy. All right. Other trades, man. It was a pretty good trade day. There was some activity.
Why is Bobo disrespected?
He's being really disrespected. Yes.
He got traded to the Celtics. Then he immediately got traded to the Magic for cash and draft picks. And for some reason, he's uneligible to play. Is he hurt or something?
There's something going on with Bobo. He actually failed his physical in that trade.
Mm-hmm.
The original trade from the Nuggets to the Celtics. I guess they decided, all right, whatever, we'll keep him because we're going to trade him anyway. So they let the trade go through. He was actually failed his physical.
Failed physical for what?
You have to do a physical in a trade, and he failed the physical on the Celtic side.
Yeah, but what was wrong with him?
I don't know. They didn't report it. They just said he failed the physical.
All I know is in a league where Michael Porter Jr. got whatever money he got 2 years ago.
And he balled out, though.
And that fool, no, he didn't. He averaged 16 points a game. He didn't ball out at anything.
He averaged
but that was like his second year, though, dude.
It's only his second season.
Bobo wasn't even that good in college, dude.
I don't care. This Bama is 7'2", decent handles, has a good shot, makes free throws, is not afraid of playing defense, obviously can play.
And he's 80 pounds.
Why would you not put him on the floor and see what happens at least?
He's probably getting his ass kicked in practice. That's why.
Yeah. Practice. Let him play.
Practice in the NBA.
So we're gonna talk to Allen Iverson. Practice. We talk about practice.
That's practice in the NBA. Practice with the NBA and certain coaches actually get you on the court. And apparently, he doesn't show what they need to see in practice to get on the court. Now he's going to Orlando. He's definitely going to get some playing time in the Magic City land. He's going to get some playing time there in the Magic.
He's going to be a free agent. He's not even going to play.
Magic, man. He's going to get to play there. So, and then PJ Dozier, who was included in that deal, they just waived him. Poor guy. They just sent him on his way. So that was interesting. All right, a deal I found pretty interesting today was Bagley to the Pistons. You know, he was part of that Serge Ibaka deal.
Yeah.
So here's the deal for that. Okay. In this deal, Detroit received Marvin Bagley. The Clippers, who have been very active, received Rodney Hood and Semi Ojeleye, both from Milwaukee. Milwaukee, in return, got Serge Ibaka, 2 future second-round picks, and cash considerations. One more team, Sacramento. In this deal, they got Dante DiVincenzo, they got Josh Jackson from Detroit, and Trey Lyles from Detroit. That's a heck of a deal they put together right there. Marvin Bagley in Detroit, I think it's a good move. This will give this guy 25, 30 minutes a game. He can show what he can do finally, hopefully.
Is he going to play at center?
Who, Bagley?
Yeah.
You know what? I was wondering that because they still got Jeremy Grant.
They got Grant.
And you know what? They were shopping Grant. Nobody wanted him or couldn't get him.
Grant's not a center.
That's why he's a power
forward.
That's why I asked, is Bagley going to play center?
He's going to have to then. No, but they got that guy Stewart, right?
Yeah, they got that big Stewart dude.
So where's Bagley going to play?
I don't know. Oh, and they got the guy, what's his name? Number 41, who's pretty good. What is his name? I can't think of his name. He's only a second-year guy, and he's pretty good. We got to look at Detroit's roster up. But so they have a glutton of small forward talent on that team now, actually. I don't know how that's
I'm not sure what Detroit's plan is, but I don't think they have one.
Jermichael Pickett?
No, number 41. He could actually play.
41.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Oh, Sadiq Bey.
That's what I'm thinking about. He's a starter, and he averages like 16, 17 a game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. Sadiq Bey.
So is Bagley he's not going to play over Sadiq Bey. They're going to have to run like a 6'9", 6'9", 6'9" front line or something and just play them all, maybe. I don't know. Or he could be their sixth man. Who knows? I think the biggest news out of that trade is what Milwaukee got, and that was Serge Ibaka.
But I'm reading with Serge Ibaka. He's got back issues himself, so I'm not understanding that trade either.
Well, they say he's fully healed.
He's got to be healthy.
Yeah, but he hasn't been playing like he's fully healed.
Nah, because they've been easing him back, but they're saying his surgery was successful. Clippers started playing him about 2 weeks ago, basically to get him ready for the trade deadline, I guess. You know,
but we all know how backs are finicky. And
oh yeah, I agree. If he can stay healthy, then he's a good replacement for their center who's currently out. So he's a good backup player.
That's a risk to me. I don't know if I would trade because I like DiVincenzo. He plays.
You didn't need him anymore.
Yeah.
But they had Grayson Allen, so
I'm not a fan of that Grayson Allen.
I like DiVincenzo too. I think he's a cool dude. I think he's a good player. He got ups, but Grayson is shown to be a little bit of a better outside shooter than him, and so he kind of got expendable.
He is playing. Because when I watched that Laker game, he's a much better playmaker than I ever gave him credit for.
Who, Allen?
Yeah.
He is. He's actually improved on that. I think he had to stay in the league. It was like a next thing for him. Like, I better learn how to handle the ball and pass, or I'm not going to be here long.
I didn't think he knew how to pass the ball, but yeah, he's.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, it's like Luke Kennard for the Clippers. Like, he added a little off the ball, a little dribble action to his game because he wasn't much of a dribbler, wasn't much of a off the dribble shooter, and he added that to his game. So. You got to do little things to stay in the league. So good for them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I like the Bucks. I like them how they are. And I don't know if dude is healthy, fine. But, if they didn't.
But, they
100%, then.
They like their center to be able to shoot jumpers.
Yeah.
And then it opens up more room from Giannis. So I understood it, but I just don't know if that back's going to hold up.
All right. Moving on. Next deal. Phoenix Suns. Now, this is a sneaky good deal. Indiana sends, let me do it the other way. Phoenix sends Jalen Smith and a future second round pick to Phoenix. Well, I'm doing this wrong. Regardless, Phoenix gives up Jalen Smith and gets back Torrey Craig in replacement, which I think is a good pickup for the Suns. Torrey Craig was part of their run last year, and they got him back basically for this year's run. In the meantime, unfortunately, they give up Jalen Smith, Oxon Hill, Maryland product. Maybe he'll get more time in Indiana. He didn't get a lot of time in the Suns anyway, so it may be a good move for him in his future anyway.
Until Phoenix pays Ayton, they won't have bad luck. Pay the man.
Are they having bad luck? Are they having bad luck?
They will. They will.
You think it's going to come back and bite them for karma?
Yeah. They're going to be just like the Cowboys. Get all hyped up, think they going to do something, then boom, it's out of here. Get nothing done.
Hey, look,
Pay the
Aiden,
man.
Aiden's not gonna be there after this year. They don't-
Exactly. If they don't pay him, he's gone.
And it'd be the dumbest move.
And
ever.
that would be the dumbest move.
You know, they could get back to the finals again and still not resign him, and then he'll just be gone. And I guess Chris Paul, he'll stay or go, whatever. He can leave, I guess, after that. All right, next move of the day. San Antonio sends Derek White to the Boston Celtics for Josh Richardson, Romeo Langford, and a 2022 first-round pick. That's a lot of value for Derek White.
I don't even know who Derek White is.
Yeah, what the hell?
Derek White, he came on when Dejounte Murray got hurt a couple years back, and he became their starting point guard. And since Deontay's back 100%, they kind of don't really mesh in backcourt together. They're kind of the same dude, and they can't play side by side.
That's where I heard. That's why I know his name. Okay, all right.
He's a pretty good player, and he's a better point guard option than the Celtics currently have.
Hey, I'm like Charles Barkley, man. I don't watch them bums.
Hey, last day on the Celtics were busy today. They sent Dennis Schroeder to Houston for Daniel Tice.
And now they really don't have a point guard on the roster, them idiots.
No, that's why they got Derek White.
They got Derek White's a point guard?
Yeah, he's the point guard.
Yeah, but nobody likes Schroeder.
And he's a big point guard too.
Why don't nobody like Schroeder?
Nobody likes him.
Nobody likes him.
Nobody. That's why they got rid of him in Atlanta. Nobody liked him.
What Schroeder do?
I don't know. They just don't like him.
They don't. You know what? They disrespect Schroeder. I like Dennis Schroeder.
Is it the blonde streak?
Player.
Is it the blonde streak? Blonde streak in the hair?
You know what?
I think he's more arrogant than he's due. You know what I'm saying? I think he just feels like he's Isaiah Thomas, and he's not.
He's not Isaiah Thomas. You know that.
No, he ain't Isaiah.
He's not even Isaiah Thomas from the Boston Celtics. I don't really know what we're talking about here. He's not any of the Isaiahs. So in this case, though, Boston, I think a good move for Boston. They get a big point guard, a guy who can actually handle. You can move Marcus Smart back off the basketball. Thank Jesus. Because he's not a true point guard. And you know, he might get some run. What do you say?
You want Marcus to shoot?
Dude, he needs to go back to his old role of six man and come off the bench and guard power forwards. That's what he needs to go back to doing. Because you notice he guards the biggest dude on the other team, right?
He tries to punk him.
Yeah. He'll guard Giannis if he got to.
Just send him to the Heat. Why don't you just send him to the Heat and be done with it?
Hey,
he is a Heat player. He's a perfect Heat player.
While we speaking on punking people, after I seen that foul that Morris put on John Morant, I'm glad that the Joker elbowed him in his back.
No, that was his brother.
That's the wrong one. That's his brother.
Well,
you got the wrong twin.
No, it's the Clippers.
No, it was the Heat.
It was the Heat.
Yeah.
Oh well, knock them all out.
That was Markieff.
He deserved. They all deserve an ass whooping. They're punks.
And Markieff still hasn't played. Actually,
that Bama still hasn't played.
Oh well, I see why.
That little
he must have really hurt him. Actually,
hurt that Bama man. That little 2-game suspension wasn't nothing. They
I feel bad.
$1 million.
Stop fooling with people.
If I was Marcus Morris, I would sue his ass.
For what? You started it.
Marcus or Markieff?
Whichever one. I would sue him. I would sue him.
Sue him for what? Sue him for what? You lost because you lost the fight.
Well, he wasn't a fight. He blindsided him. That wasn't no fight.
Hey, you hit me. Don't turn around because I'm hit you back.
When it first happened, I was on the Joker side. Like, I'm not mad at Joker for getting back at this dude. But apparently, he put a pretty good hurting on this case.
Hold on, time out. I've played pickup ball with both of you, Bammers. And if somebody would have hit you, an elbow would have been in somebody's mouth. So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear none of this crap you're talking about.
I have lower lumbar.
I have seen both of you. I have seen both of you guys turn elbows high, and if you're in the way, too bad. Yes. So I don't want to hear.
That's different, though.
But never hit somebody that wasn't looking
because they wasn't in the way.
You ain't never seen me run up on nobody who wasn't looking and
Well, they
Is
should,
that-
man.
and
Look,
dislodge
I've
them.
never blindsided anybody.
you never blindsided anybody, of course, but you've retaliated.
Sure, you
Of
can
course.
retaliate, but what he did wasn't that.
You can't tell people how to retaliate.
Yes, you
That
can.
it was a bad
It's
retaliation.
a game. There are rules.
Man.
You can tell them.
You know what? And I said it. I think we talked about it on the show. Or maybe we weren't doing the show for that period. But what I said to everybody I talked to was Joker should have retaliated, but he should just went and hit him in the face and got it over with.
And
Don't
break his
hit him in
hand?
No. He could have took an elbow to his chest or something. He should have just did it facing him. Is
He
all
had
I wanted
plenty-
him to do.
If he wanted to retaliate, he had plenty of time. He could have
Facing
grabbed
him.
him when he did that little.
Yeah.
When he bodied into him, he could have grabbed him and took him down and did it right there. But no,
Exactly. It could have been
Bumped
done
out.
different. He did the run up on him.
So you get to hit me, then you get to justify rules of how I get to hit you back. Are you out your rabbit ass mind?
bro.
I just think you need to see it coming.
Look. I have gone in for layups, seen a Bama load up to hit me, grabbed them, pulled them to me, and brought them down
Yep.
to the ground while I made the layup. I understand there's violence in the game, but
Exactly.
you have to pay attention. And like that foul on Marcus Morris, you can't. The guy on Durant the other night,
Yeah,
Ja Morant.
John
Yeah.
Morant, you can't foul him like that. You got to get in
That
front
was
of him.
dirty. That was dirty.
He should have held him up, man. He should have grabbed that.
I mean,
You
I
know
thought
what?
I thought he broke his leg.
I even think he tried a little bit, but
he was too
so
far away.
You
He was
can't
too far
be out
away.
of position. If you're going to foul somebody hard, you got to be in position.
Yep.
I thought John Morant broke his leg when that happened. I was like, oh Lord.
I was more concerned about him banging his head on the floor.
the way his leg came down and locked. I said, oh Lord. It brought back memories.
That's my
Yeah,
concern
you
with
felt
Ja,
like that
man.
back
It's
in the
just-
day.
Yeah, I felt like that. So I said, oh Lord, kneecap.
Yeah, that's my concern with Ja, man. It's just like he goes to the basket so hard, and when people act dumb and commit horrible fouls, he may pay a price for it. God willing, that does not happen to him. So
I'm just saying.
we'll
people-
see.
One day we're going to do a video on the correct way
To foul somebody.
to foul somebody.
Hey, so another topic want to run by you guys. 15 greatest coaches in NBA history came out.
Yeah, I saw that.
bitch.
4 current and active coaches.
Oh, let me get
What-
pull it up.
What didn't you guys agree
You got the
about
list?
that one?
Go down the list.
I do. We got Red Auerbach, Larry
Agreed.
Brown. You heard Larry Brown, right?
Yeah, I Larry Brown.
Yeah, Larry Brown.
Sixers
Chuck-
Larry Brown.
Yes.
I don't agree with that.
Chuck Daly,
Yes,
Red Holzman, never heard of him.
you won a championship for the Knicks.
Phil Jackson,
Yes,
Casey Jones,
yes,
Steve Kerr,
no,
Don Nelson,
yes,
Greg Popovich,
yes.
Jack Ramsey, Pat
yes,
Riley,
Yes.
Doc Rivers,
No.
Jerry Sloan,
Yes.
Yes.
Eric Spoelstra,
Yeah.
and Lenny Wilkins.
Yes.
How is Doug Collins not on this list? This is ridiculous.
Doug Collins.
I don't know.
You don't
He's
have
better
enough wins to qualify.
He's better than Spoelstra.
Why are
Spoelstra,
you a Doug Collins fan?
because he's better than Spoelstra. Spoelstra
No,
ain't
he's not,
good.
bro.
Spoelstra had LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh. You don't get no credit for that, dude.
Dude, he has like one of the highest winning percentages of any coach.
How many championships he's been since LeBron left?
He has 2, doesn't he?
Look, since LeBron left?
No, he doesn't have any, but
There you go.
he won 2 with them.
You should have won 4. You had LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh.
It's a tough list to make out because there's been a lot of coaches. Like, unfortunately, I don't know if y'all heard a couple of days ago, last week, Bill Fitch died. And I don't even know if y'all know who Bill Fitch is.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember him.
Bill Fitch is an NBA coach in the Hall of Fame. He died last week. He's like 82 years old. But he coached Larry Bird and the Celtics to his first ring.
So who on this list would you guys put on there?
Coached the Houston Rockets with Hakeem and Ralph Sampson to the Western Conference Finals and in the championship twice.
So would you put this guy on this list?
Bill Fitch was a Hall of Fame coach. I probably would have him on the list. Yeah.
You don't agree with the Larry Brown thing?
That's what I'm saying. It's such a tough list to make out with all these coaches. It's a tough list.
Wait, did Larry Brown win a NBA championship?
Yeah, Detroit 2004.
True.
That's right. That's
I
right.
forget about that one.
You forget. Why?
And he took Allen Iverson by himself to the finals.
You know, also though, Larry did coach in the ABA.
How long did he coach though?
A long.
Larry Brown coached a long time, man.
They're counting his ABA time too. I think he gets a credit for both. He coached in the ABA for like 10, 12 seasons.
Is that what they're doing?
They got to be because he crossed over. He went ABA, then he got to the NBA, and he left and then came back twice, right, in the NBA.
Yeah, because I think of Larry Brown as a college coach more than an NBA coach.
I do too because he was in college so long, but he coached about the same amount of time in both.
Yeah, Larry Brown started as a Carolina assistant.
Yep.
He coached Denver Nuggets in 74 to 79.
Yep.
Then went to UCLA, then went to New Jersey, then went to Kansas, then San Antonio, then the Clippers, then the Pacers, then the Sixers, then Detroit, then the Knicks, then Charlotte.
Wow.
Damn.
Then back to college.
Yep.
And he is now an assistant in Memphis.
He is, yeah, for Penny.
He won Coach of the Year 4 times. I didn't know that.
In what, the NBA?
3 times in the ABA and 1 time in the NBA.
Yeah, he was a good coach, man. So they're giving him credit for everything. Like college, bro.
I understand that. But Steve Kerr, no,
not long enough.
Steve Kerr should always have an asterisk by his name because he walked into a situation that Mark Jackson set up. And I don't care.
We don't do that. We don't do that to Phil Jackson, so we can't do that to Steve Kerr.
I'm gonna do it to Phil too, but
no, we're gonna do it to Phil. No, it's not Phil because dude could not.
What are you talking about? Doug Collins got him to the Eastern Conference Finals. That was fired. We don't know that. We don't know that.
You didn't get him over the top.
He went to the second round, then went to the Eastern Conference Finals. They fired him right after.
I agree. They did not let Doug finish.
They did not finish the job.
They didn't let him finish his journey.
I can't do that. I like Doug Collins.
I mean, he took
Phil Jackson.
He took Andre Iguodala to Game 7 in the second round. Iguodala sucked with the Sixers.
I think Phil Jackson gets more credit than he deserves.
Collins coached the Sixers.
Yeah, when AI left, yes.
He did, didn't he?
He coached the young Sixers, Iguodala, Thaddeus Young, Drew Holiday, Lou Williams.
Doug also coached for the Wizards too for a little while.
Yes, he did.
I wonder how many career wins he has.
Doug Collins was a great coach for Philly.
I'm guessing though his win total was like in the 300s though.
Yeah, it's probably not that because he coached bad teams and made them better than they were.
Yeah, he coached bad teams. So
I don't even
his
think
winning
this
percentage
list
is
needs
going
to be a top
up.
15. I think this needs to be a top 10 list. You can leave 5 of these Bamas off.
You might have a good point there. Red Auerbach gets on there just for GP, even though they didn't have no competition back then. It's only 10 teams. So it's like who you coaching against.
Where's dude?
Where's who?
The player coach for the Celtics.
Bill Russell?
Yeah.
He didn't coach and play long enough to do that. He didn't coach long enough.
What did he do? Was it a season?
All right, just let's do it this way. Is there apparently Tyrone's a Doug Collins fan? Is there any other coach that's not on this list that we think should be on this list? There's just so many coaches. It's hard.
It's a lot. It's a lot of coaches.
Yeah, it's hard to decide. Hey, this coach is missing. I don't get the Doc Rivers though.
I don't get the Doc Rivers thing at all.
I get the Lenny Wilkins. Lenny held the winning record for a minute. He might still did. Lenny had the most wins of any coach, so I'm not mad at Lenny.
I'm glad they got Lenny on there.
It should.
I don't get the Doc Rivers thing at all. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that. Who are we missing here? In the Lakers lore, Pat Riley was their best coach ever.
Who was the coach before Pat got there?
Don't know.
No, the guy that Magic ran out of town.
Oh, Paul Westphal.
Oh, okay.
Was that his name?
Yeah, Paul Westphal. Yep, he was a coach before Pat took his job.
We're missing some names, but it's just so wide that we can't think of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of teams like great teams, like Rick Alderman.
Rick Alderman?
See,
took
I like
Sacramento. Sacramento.
He was
Finals.
He was the Portland coach in '92.
Coach Portland.
Yeah.
Coach Sacramento.
Yeah.
but didn't win it.
Didn't win it. No.
Those Sacramento teams, yeah, okay.
If it wasn't for a crooked ref, he might have won.
And he took Portland there twice.
Yeah, they lost to the Pistons in 90, and then lost to Chicago in 92.
Yep. And got Sacramento knocking on the door 2 years. For 4 seasons, he had them on the door.
He took small market teams and made them contenders.
And that's a tough job. Small market teams. Yep, that was his niche. So that's one possible. Rick Allen, good coach.
Hubie Brown.
Hubie Brown's not on the list. Wow.
I don't get that. Maybe not a long enough career.
Hubie Brown is one of the best basketball minds we still have.
He is, but he only coached like 10 seasons.
Bro,
he coached that Memphis team with Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol, didn't he?
How long did he coach?
His first coaching job was in 1972. He was an assistant. His first head coach, ABA, 1974.
Yep.
1976. NBA, 76 to 87.
For who?
For the Knicks and Atlanta.
Yeah, he coached Atlanta for a minute. He was a good coach there. They won some games.
And then he was off. Dang, he dropped off. He was off from 87 to 2002. He was just a commentator. And then
he came back from Memphis. Yeah, with Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol.
Yep. And coached him to the Western Conference Finals?
Yep. As an eighth seed.
As an eighth seed.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest minds in basketball, man. And I hope he keeps announcing till whenever.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, but yeah, I guess it's just he took such a big break there that no one saw him in modern times, basically. As a coach.
I don't look at this list as, because I think so much of this is who you're blessed to coach. That's why this Doc Rivers, this Eric Spoelstra, this Greg Popovich, they're personalities to me, and not Greg Popovich is a personality, but I don't see where they've had any kind of adversity they had to get over.
You don't think Pop had adversity?
Dude, he had Tim Duncan and
before that, though,
and Robinson before that.
They still had to beat Shaq and Kobe. That's adversity.
Did they beat them?
They beat them twice. They ain't beat them much. They didn't beat them much.
Hey, was Jerry Sloan on this list?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely should have been on this list. See, those are long-time coaches. I mean, like you have like Frank Layden, who used to coach Utah. He coached Utah for like 15 years. But, they never really won anything with him. But so there's coaches who stuck around a long time, but yet didn't quite make a big dent in the game, even though they were around forever. I mean, what about and there's one last guy that could be honorable mention. And I'm losing his name. He coached Carmelo in Denver.
George Karl.
Karl.
Oh, him?
George. He coached Seattle. He coached Seattle with Gary Payton.
Yep.
And Sean Kemp. And then he coached them. But nobody likes George Karl, so
and
he'll never get on any.
And in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but nobody likes him, so he'll never get on any list.
Yeah, he's like on the ban list now.
Yeah.
George Karl is not liked anymore.
No players like him. Nobody likes him.
He won a lot of games, though.
Couldn't win the big one, though.
No, he couldn't. He never got over the hump. So I wouldn't have him on. If they had like a top 20 list, he might make it in there. But,
did I say Don Nelson? Was Don Nelson on that list?
I was gonna say that's the name I was trying to think of. Don
Nelly should be on there.
For the Nuggets.
Nelly changed the game, man. Run TMC.
I like guys who had philosophies, right? Like there are certain guys who had philosophies that they stuck with.
I like guys who are willing to change their philosophy if needed, though.
Well,
I like guys that have good in-game adjustments.
Yeah.
You can't in-game. If you can't in-game adjust, you're not a coach. you're a manager of personalities.
The best in the game right now is Tyronn Lue.
Of in-game adjustments?
Yeah. Right now, it's Lue.
I don't have an argument. He might be right about that.
And maybe I'd say after that, Spoelstra and then Nick Nurse. I know people don't like Toronto, but he can coach.
Nurse is a good coach. He is.
I can't stand Toronto.
He can coach, man. Hey,
I hate everything about Toronto.
When they won with Kawhi, his coaching was evident.
Yeah.
It's like Kawhi did a lot. I'd say if you had to break that championship down, I'd say 65% Kawhi and the rest went to Nick Nurse.
But
how they won.
The construction of that team was so good.
It was a good
even
team.
After Kawhi left, like they didn't have that huge drop off that next year.
Nah,
it wasn't until Dude got hurt that they started looking crazy.
They were just missing a star, basically.
Yeah.
That team was constructed to win, and it was done very well. All right, y'all. We got any more draft talk? We done.
Nah, Super Bowl. That's about it.
Oh yeah, Super Bowl. Let's pick them.
I'm not picking against Joe Burrow because he reminds me of Tom Brady. So there you go. I got the Rams.
Not mad at you.
You got the Rams?
I don't like Joe Burrow. I just don't like that guy.
Cincinnati, bro.
Hey, if anyone can bring Cincinnati a Super Bowl, I'm saying it's Joe Burrow. But I'm not even gonna make a pick because I'm not confident on either one of these.
Although I kind of want Odell to win a ring, just so I can hear Skip Bayless cry about it when I watch.
Yeah, I want the Rams to win, but I just don't know if it's gonna happen. I'd like to see the Rams win. Just because one, it's a home game for them. Two, I'd like to see Stafford win because I'm like, come on, Joe Burrow, if you just much of a beast, then you got plenty more opportunities to go. I'd like to see Stafford get one hit.
I guarantee.
Just to prove that, hey, he was worth the number one pick. I think that's kind of cool that he can do it in his 13th season.
I just don't like Joe Burrow. I don't like his cigar. I don't like his haircut. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like nothing about him.
You hate on Joe Burrow, man.
I want him to go away. We got Jalen because Philadelphia got Jalen Hurts and they got Joe Burrow. That's why. I don't like him.
Drafted him. They didn't have a chance to get him.
I don't care. I'm hating. You're right. I'm hating.
Y'all weren't bad enough to draft.
I'm petty. I'm petty that they got. I'm mad that they got Ja'Marr Chase and Burrow. I want them to
play
go
your
away.
little 76ers music and be quiet. Okay?
Yeah, play your 76ers music and play us out. Hey, when is Harden gonna play?
I don't know.
That is the question.
Sit out to the playoffs. How about that? Sit out. Just clap your hands. Sit out to the playoffs. Come to get that ring.
And with that, this has been the No Coach Coleman podcast. Don't forget to like, follow us. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.